It's gonna be all right, I promise. So, I know when most people hear the word outlining, even the hardcore outliners, they cringe just a bit. That's partly because you're thinking about outlines in the wrong way. So, before you have a nervous breakdown and start reaching for the holy water and garlic, let me take a moment to try and help you get rid of all the hate for outlining that's out there and shine a new light on the real process. First, erase what you think you know. Work with me here and just let it go. Take a deep breath and relax. Okay? Moving forward. Now quiet the voices that lie to you and insist that having an outline ruins the creative flow of telling your tale. An outline does not have that kind of power unless you give it. It is not pre-writing. It is not a synopsis. It is not written in stone. It is a tool. Outlines save you time and help you avoid blocks. It could take what seems like forever working out characters and plots and such. Creating an outline diminishes that by leaps and bounds and gives you space you need to be creative as you write that first draft. And if you are participating in NaNoWriMo, time is of the essence. Just like with anything creative, there is no correct way to create an outline. I am sharing with you what works for me, so remember that as you watch. Take what works for you, drop what doesn't, incorporate and alter to suit you. I do have a rule though. This is a one-session assignment. That's it. Sit down and knock this out. No toiling over it allowed. Before I continue, I would like to remind you that the goal of Nano is not to complete a whole novel. You can, of course, but the true goals are twofold. 1, get you in the habit of writing, and 2, encourage you to set goals. This one being 50,000 words. My novels tend to be around 65,000 words or so Nano doesn't ever see me to the end of a first draft, but having 50,000 words of it is a fabulous start. So, you're asking, where do I begin? Well, glad you asked. I start with answering 8 questions, which are based on Harmon's Circle. Some of you may be familiar with it already, but for those of you who aren't, here's the basic breakdown using my current work in progress, which is Worshipped from the Encounters series. Yeah. So in a nutshell, the circle goes like this. Character in their comfort zone, but they need or desire or want something. So they enter into an unfamiliar situation and learn to adapt to it, then get what they needed, desired, or wanted, and pays a price for it. They return to their familiar world, having been changed. It's really just that simple. Ask yourself those 8 questions and go from there. So here we go. Let's start with Worshipped. Okay. So number 1, Talia Kin. Talia Kin is the character. Wants to be able to feel again before she dies. She goes to her family cabin where she was happiest, where she meets the Ursa brothers, who offer to try and help her, which ends up needing a sacrifice that breaks the dam that was blocking her feelings. She returns healed and whole. Now that is a very simplistic breakdown, but just answering those questions about the tale helps me sort where I'm trying to go with the story. Okay? See? No pain. 8 questions. Answer those 8. Now, I go way into this on other videos, and at some point I will add links below for you. Side note, this will also help you out when it comes time to create that all-important blurb, but that's a video for a later date. Back on track. After I answer those 8 questions, or at least as many as I could at first pass. I create a mini character bio. And I mean mini. Now is not the time to go all out on them, just to get them going. You will be adding, subtracting, and altering this as you go because, as I stated previously, nothing is written in stone. Okay? Stop panicking. I see you. Here's an example of one of my character sheets. I actually have 3 different ones: human, other than human, and short story. If you would like a PDF copy of my character sheets, message me through whichever social suits you. I will get them to you as soon as I can. When you're filling out your character sheet, fill out what comes to you. Then feel free to make up what doesn't, because it may spark more ideas for your tale. And because why, class? It's not carved in stone. Very good. You get a gold star. You have answered your questions and fleshed out some characters. You can now use this information to construct your outline. Ready? Let's go. What you're going to do is you're going to go scene by scene. Pretend like you are watching your story like a movie in your head. And the first thing that you see, that's the scene. You're not going to go into all the massive details that you see in the scene. You are going to write a very small sentence that lets you know what the scene is about. This is what your outline should look like. A short sentence that describes the scene. That's all you need. I go out of my way to make them as short as possible. But if you need more than 5 words, then by all means, write a complete sentence. Sentence. Do not do this, because doing this delves into synopsis territory, and right now is not the time to be doing all that, especially since you haven't written the tale yet. So trying to create a synopsis for a tale that doesn't exist yet will drive you friggin' crazy. Folk thinking that this is an outline is why I think folk are so against using them, because it does feel like you are writing the story. Don't do this. Okay, rant over. You're going to start out writing in chronological order, and you are going to keep going in chronological order until you either reach the end or you run out of scenes that are in order. If you are one of those folk who actually managed to do your whole tale from start to finish, well, good for you. But if you are normal like the rest of us, at some point you may run out of chronological steam. No worries. Now what you need to do is just as simple. Write down all the scene sentences that you know you want in the story, but you don't have a place for them yet, like this. At some point in time, you'll either find a place for them, more stuff will come to you as you're writing, or you may just not use them at all. So at this point, you should be good to go. You should have plenty of scene sentences, some in chronological order, some you know you want to write, but you don't know where they go yet. As you start writing, you will figure that out, trust me. Believe it or not, you now have an outline. What? For real? Yup. Whether you finished it entirely, and we are judging you, or it has some open spaces that will need to be sorted, that's fine. The important thing is you have a great tool to work from. Having it will help you immensely in getting the words down. So go into Nano prepared this year with a tailor-made outline of your own design. That's all you need to get started. So have at. If you would like to attend one of my outlining workshops, which really goes in deep, be sure to hit me up. I do them throughout the year, but I cap them and they fill up really quick, so just know that. Sign up for my newsletter to stay informed. Why are you still here? Go create your outlines already. And remember, you hold the power as long as you are driven.
I take a cold hard look at the world now. Hold my hand out, got a plan now. I'ma help be the change cause I can now. Here I stand now, take my hand now. No pain, no gain, no shame. Work hard, play hard, okay. I think I get it now, don't wanna let them down. I'ma take the ground and speak my mind out loud. Here I go, proud of my notes. Teach them what I wrote, teach them all the hope. Keep them on the road,